That is so cruel. That is so cruel on Wolves. Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And all I can say straight away is I'm proud of the players. I'm proud of the players. You can't deny that they put fight and they cared today. Wow, actually proud and really cruel because I think we deserved at least a draw from that game. But starting lineup, I don't want to see Hwang in a Wolf shirt. You know what my feelings are, but I actually think he did okay today. Probably should have scored his chance first half, the one-on-one on the counter, but I actually thought he worked hard. Every player actually worked really hard, and a player I thought made a huge difference in coming today was Matt Doherty. Having his calmness and experience in that right wing back / right back role was invaluable. It's such a difference having someone like him there in compared to Chachura and Hoover, like head and shoulders. It calmed everybody down at the back there, and we defended so well first half. And again, as I mentioned, we were the only team that had a shot on target first half through Hwang Yi-chan. We knew we'd be defending a lot. And look, Arsenal were a bit off it. We needed that too. But brilliant first half. It reminded me a bit of Chelsea away, where I thought we defended well. And my fear was that they would come out and beat us 2 or 3 or 4, like Chelsea did. They ended up beating us 3-0. But no, we carried on. Although Arsenal made a lot of changes, brought on people they thought would change it. We did well. We still, obviously we rode our luck a little bit and Arsenal come on a little bit more, but their first goal, when you're down in the bottom of the league, that sort of goal goes against you. He basically shoots from the corner. I don't know if Johnson gets a touch, but it's the post, hits his back of his head and goes in, and that is an own goal, and it's so unlucky. And I was gutted at that point because I thought, come on, man. If they're going to score, at least let them rip us apart. Like, that's just a fluke, isn't it? But that's what happens. And then he makes changes, Rob Edwards, fair play. He had to, really. He brings on Mane, brings on Tolu, brings on Fer Lopez. And what I'm really happy about not just the fact we scored, because obviously that's a rarity, it's the fact that Mane set up Tolu. And I've been banging on for weeks on this channel. You watch this, every preview, I'm like, start Mane, start Tolu. Strand Larson did okay. He weren't awful today. He worked a bit hard. He had a half chance first half. But Tolu has deserved more of a chance than he's got. And I was happy he got the goal. Bad week for him because he's been left out of the Nigeria team for AFCON. So I was happy that he scored. And he hadn't had the right chance at Wolves. But Matthias Mane, 18 years of age, comes on. The first thing he did when he picked up the ball was turn and run at Saliba. One of the best defenders in the league, by the way. Yes, Saliba ended up tackling him, but I'm not used to seeing a Wolves player pick up the ball and just think, right, I'm running up that pitch. I'm running up that defender. And we're playing top of the league, by the way. He's 18. So that's, for me, is why he should be starting for Wolves, because he's got no fear. Maybe it's youthful naivety that gives him that no fear, but I love it. And I'm so happy he got an assist as well. And he was buzzing, cheering with the way in. I celebrated like we'd won the World Cup when we scored that goal. I slid on my knees in front of the telly. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And then obviously, as cruel as football can be, another own goal. Gabriel Jesus does get the flick, I think, off the cross, and it goes off Mosquera. And it's an own goal to make it 2-1 Arsenal. Massive moment for them in the title race. They were poor today, but I think they were poor, but I think our defending and our organisation made them poor as well. Yes, psychologically, they think they're just going to turn up and beat bottom of the league on 2 points, but we battled well. So I'm proud of the team today. I'm really proud of how the team battled. Fair play to Rob because he set them up well. He was on the sidelines, geeing them up, and after that Man United game, we needed a response, and we got a very good one. I honestly feared a 5-6-0, 4-0 result today. But as I mentioned, I thought Matt Doherty, he's my man of the match. Matt Doherty today made a huge difference, calming that back five. And I thought João Gomez was everywhere as well, by the way. The work rate from him was incredible. He's close man of the match for me. Andre, good. And yeah, Muller-Wolf actually was decent, left wing back as well. You know, they all played their part. 7, 8 out of 10s for everyone, which you have to win when you're going away to top of the league. But look, we're in a terrible position. Our owners just don't care. We've got a terrible chairman. We've come off the back of that terrible interview. We're protesting. I've seen pictures of Taiwan flags again in the away end, but all we want from these players as Wolves supporters is to put in effort and commitment like that. Are they just doing it to try and put themselves in the shop window for January? Maybe. But as long as they give effort and try, that's all we want as Wolves fans at the end of the day. And for them to fight and play for the badge. And I thought they did that. Again, buzzing for Mane and Tolu. And it's cruel. It's a cruel game. But we end up losing again. 231 days about a win for Wolves. But there we go. Please like the video. Please comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe, and I'll catch you next video.